Here are 5 must-do exercises that help me go from this to this in under 12 weeks. Dumbbell incline press, dumbbell shoulder press, single arm rows, incline bicep curls, tricep extensions, table lateral raises, and if you want results like me, then and so does this. This works your back, so does this, and so does this. This works your bicep, and so does this. Train your legs by only using a set of dumbbells. For your quads and your glutes, do this, this, and this. For your hamstrings, do this, and this. And for your calves, do this. And if you want more simple fitness from home, just using a set of dumbbells. For your shoulders, do this. For the side of your shoulder, do this. For the front of your shoulder, do this. For the back of your shoulder, do this. For your chest, do this. For your tricep, do this. For your bicep, do this. For your lats, do this. For your upper back, do this. For your hamstrings and your lower back, do this. For your quads, do this. And for your calves, do this. Save this for next time you work out by only using a set of dumbbells. For your quads and your glutes, do this, this, and this. For your hamstrings, do this, and this. And for your calves, do this. And if you want more simple fitness tips, make sure to hit the mistake is you're only resting between 30 and 60 seconds between sets. Instead, rest for 2 to 3 minutes. That way your body can be fully recovered, ready for your next set. Then you'll be able to get more reps or lift a heavier weight to gain more muscle, making it easier for you to lose body fat and see some results. Telling you this, but I am feeling generous. So here is the exact strategy I helped my client Jack lose 24 pounds following. Following a push, pull, and leg split. He consumed 1.6 grams of protein per kg of body weight, while being in a 500 calorie deficit each day. To calculate this, take your body weight in kg and times by 24. That will give you the 500 calorie deficit you need. He was getting 10,000 steps, drinking 3 litres of water, sleeping for a minimum of 7 hours, all in the same fucking day. Lastly, I was holding his ass accountable. So if you want results like Jack, then follow me. Going to 90 degrees is not getting the most out of the exercise. Firstly, make sure we're lowering the weight slowly and going 30 to 40 degrees past 90 degrees and then pushing up. Just making this adjustment alone will make sure that we're getting the most activation from your shoulders and not wasting your time and energy in the gym. Looks like this. So let's fix that. Firstly, put your clips in and the barbell on top, making sure the barbell is sitting just below shoulder height. By doing that, when you go to stand underneath the bar and push up, it'll automatically mean you're not hitting the clips. Once you've got the bar off the rack, what I want you to do is set your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. From here, I want you to squeeze your core tight like you're almost coughing, and slowly lower yourself, pushing your knees always out. And when you get to your bottom point where your back is straight and you can't go no further, and if you struggle to even get to 90 degrees or any lower than 90 degrees, place 2 bumper plates behind exactly where you'll be standing. Place your heels on the bumper plates and squat exactly like I said on the downwards phase, and this time you should be able to go a little lower than you were before. For the upwards phase, we want to push directly through the heels and push your knees out again. And that is how you're going to squat to help you get quicker results. Follow for more simple fitness tips. I will say, if you want to work out, save this video and use it in your next workout. Then we're straight into the rear delt flies themselves. I've recently just broke my wrist, so I'm coming back for that, taking it nice and easy. But hey ho, there we go, straight into some dumbbell incline bench press, making sure we really control the downward phase of everything. Into some shoulder press to obviously hit the shoulder. And then we go into some lateral raises on a machine. Now, this is the only gym around me with this machine, so I thought I'd take advantage of it. At this part of the session, I'm a bit fatigued, so into some chest flies. As you can see, the facials are absolutely horrible. And then to finish, in just 1 tablespoon of olive oil, there's 115 calories. And when you're cooking, I bet you're splashing it all over the place. I want you to put this back on the shelf, stop using that, and get yourself some Fry Light, which is just 1 calorie per spray, which is going to make it far easier for you to stick to your calorie deficit. And the day you actually start weighing this out is the day you realize why you're fat. If you're not tracking, or just tracking some foods, or even just guessing missing the amount completely, then that's probably why you're not seeing results. It's simple math when it comes to losing body fat. You need to be consuming less calories than your body burns throughout the day. So start tracking your food accurately by weighing shit out and logging all of that in an app called MyFitnessPal, making sure you're 500 calories under your maintenance. And that way you'll lose 1 pound of body fat each week. Crunches, leg raises, planks. Doing those help you build muscle underneath your belly fat. What will actually guarantee that you lose that belly fat is making sure you're strength training for a minimum of 2 to 3 times per week. Getting some form of cardio, that can be 8,000 steps or 10,000 steps, or that can be using the cross trainer at the gym. And most importantly, you must be consuming less calories than your body needs in order to burn the belly fat. And if losing the belly fat has always been a struggle of yours, my page is where to speed up your fat loss progress. Now, for breakfast, you're going to have a protein shake and a banana, very simple. For lunch and dinner, you're going to do a cup of rice or a whole sweet potato with 150 grams of a lean protein source. Now, this can be chicken breast, this can be minced beef, this can be fish. Then you're going to load out the rest of your plate with veggies. Now, these have literally no calories, so you can have loads of these, making you feel fuller for longer for way less calories, which is going to help you lose fat a lot quicker. For snacks then, this is honestly where a lot of people go completely wrong. You're going to have a protein bar. Grenade bars or fulfill bars are a great choice, or you can even have some fruit. Both options will help you keep your sweet tooth cravings down and feeling fuller for longer. And if you actually stick to that, I can guarantee you in the next 30 days, you're going to see yourself shift at least. All these fat burning workouts, the crunches, the burpees are all not the best exercise when it comes to fat loss. It's something far easier and accessible for everyone. Unless you've got no legs. You can do it while you're on your lunch break, while you're on your phone, when you're doing day-to-day tasks around the house, and it's very low impact, meaning you won't be sore the next day. If you haven't figured it out yet, then simply walking is the best exercise when it comes to fat loss. You should get 8,000 to 10,000 steps each day. And if you want all the fat loss tips you need in order to get in the best shape, exact cardio routine you need to accelerate fat loss. Incline walking at an 11 incline and a 3 speed. Do this for 20 to 30 minutes. Now, that's not magically going to melt your belly fat away overnight, but it will push you further into a deficit so you can lose body fat much quicker. And if losing the belly has always been a struggle, then you must do one of these 3 things. Number 1, you can increase your overall activity level by adding 2,000 extra steps to your daily count. Or you can add an extra workout into your week. Number 2, you can decrease your calorie intake by a further 300 calories. Number 3, if you've already been losing weight, stay consistent with what you're doing, because your belly fat is probably your most stubborn area, which it is for most of us. And with that consistency, you'll finally see your belly fat disappear. How do I get rid of it? I got you. Do these 3 exercises. Shoulder press, front raises, find a wall you can place your back on and curl from there. This will mean you can't cheat and truly engage your bicep. Instead of doing your lateral raises like a fucking duck trying to take off, drop the weight, sit down on your bench and raise. This way you can't cheat due to no momentum in your legs. Instead of doing your rows like this, lay chest down on a slightly inclined bench and then complete them there. This way you're not going to feel no pain in your back. And instead of cheating yourself on your own chest to be proud of, instead you want to set your seat to a point where the handle is aligned with your shoulder. The next mistake I see people make is they have the handle set too far forward, so they actually can't get a good stretch on their chest. So you want to set this pin to the furthest point back on the chest fly machine. Don't go to this one, because this is your rear delt fly. Another horrible mistake a lot of people make is when they bring the handles together, they've actually got their elbow at a 90-degree angle. Instead, what you want to imagine is your arms having a very slight bend, and when you bring them in, imagine having a tennis ball here that you're trying to squeeze your chest with. Don't be surprised with these adjustments if you can't do the same weight as you were lifting before. However, you're going to get much more of a squeeze on your chest, meaning more muscle growth, more gains, and a chest you can actually be confident in. And if you want more simple fitness, then you're going to be working the outside of your bicep and your forearm. Now, if you move your hands further than hip width apart and do a bicep curl, then you're going to be working the inside of your bicep. When you attach a standard handle to your cable machine and set that cable to mid-thigh height and complete a curl, making sure your arm is actually behind your body, then you're going to be working the peak of your bicep. Now, if you grab a set of dumbbells and then curl with a neutral grip, then you'll also be working the outside of the bicep and your forearm. And this works the short head of your bicep. Now you have unlimited bicep exercises, so save this video and give us a follow. Doing this doing this are all excellent exercises to get rid of your flabby arms. And if you want more simple to stop it, as you are limiting your range of motion with this small rope as you can't get past your hips. So you've got two options. One is to get a longer rope and attach that. And if your gym doesn't have the longer rope, what you're going to do is pull one of the ropes completely all the way through, and then you're simply going to attach a second rope the same length and pull that one all the way through to make yourself a much longer rope. And now, as you've got the longer rope, you want to take a big step backwards and do exactly the same you were, but this time you can go much further past your hips and get a better squeeze on your tricep, instead of being restricted here and the rope thinking you're trying to make love to it, which will help you massively grow and tone your triceps. And if you want more simple to do this, and if you want this, you can do this or this, and if you want this, you can do this or this. And if you want more simple to follow fitness, 10 to 20 pounds before summer. And if that's you, comment summer down below and I'll reach out to see if I can help. Like this to this, so make sure you save it and give it a go yourself. Starting off with some dumbbell incline bicep curls into some dumbbell shoulder presses. You can do these on the machine also if you like. Into some preacher curls to hit the short head of the bicep, that is the inside of your bicep. And then we're going to go on to the cable machine with some cable lateral raises. I'm using the cuff attachment just because it's a lot easier to overload than the standard handle itself. Onto some overhead tricep extensions. Obviously for the tricep, this is the best exercise for them. Into some hammer curls to hit that outside of the bicep and the forearms. The cable just keeps it under tension a lot longer than dumbbells. And then to finish, tricep push and leg split that help my clients lose crazy amounts of body fat. Day 1, push, dumbbell incline press, machine shoulder press, pec deck flies, cable lateral raises, overhead tricep extensions, cable rope push downs. Day 2, pull, starting off with wide grip lat pull down, a seated row, rear delt flies, cable rope hammer curls, seated behind the body bicep curls, and finally for day 2, preacher curls. Day 3, leg day, starting off with barbell squats, dumbbell deadlifts, Bulgarian split squats, leg extensions, hamstring curls, and to finish, seated calf raises. The sets, reps, and rest time are all down in the caption below, and make sure you're following for more high value content.